Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Runaways issue 1. Before I start talking about the Runaways, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 102, and that's show a review all the comics I read this week in one show, and here are those exclusive comics. We got Grim Fairy Tales issue 111, Fathom Blue issue 1, Revival issue 30, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad issue 4, Doomed issue 1, which I also have an in-depth review on Comic Frontline 4, Superman Wonder Woman issue 18, Wonder Woman issue 41, Miss Marvel issue 16, and Harley Quinn and Power Girl issue 1. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 102, which is annotated. Let's talk about Runaways issue 1. Now, I am a huge fan of the original Runaways. It's one of my favorite series. And when this was announced, I was pretty excited for it, even though I was like, oh, this is not the original Runaways. You give us a Runaway series, this is not the original, even though you still have Molly. But now, you find out Secret Wars is very different than what we expected. So you know why it's, called the Runaways, but it might not exactly be the Runaways. But really cool cover here. We get to see mostly our main characters. I think it's pretty cool artwork. And the interior artwork is, it's a bit abstract, but you'll tend to get used to it as the story goes on. But it does take a little while to get used to. In the artwork, the coloring's a little bit on the darker side, but again, you do get used to it for the most part. So let's see what's going on with the story. So with this issue, we get to see, we get introduced to our main characters of the Runaways. They go to this school, so all the different sections of Battle World, there's teens that can go to this school. So they know they're from different sections, and whoever you could pass this test, they end up going to like this big elite thing, and they go work for God Doom, or whatever they're calling him now. So we get to see our main characters are Frostbite, who just wants to excel at school, Jubilee, who doesn't want to excel at school, and we don't know if she's a vampire or not. Pixie, who was in a relationship with Jubilee, I can never pronounce this guy's name, Amadeus Cho, who is human, somehow got in. You have Delphine Gorgon, who's like the popular girl, Scar, who protects Cho, Molly Hayes, which is her original character from the Runaways, and then you have Cloak and Dagger, which seems like the ultimate versions. I don't know. They didn't really say which version they are, but it's Cloak and Dagger teenage version, I guess. But I thought they would be the ultimate version. But somehow they're brother and sister, so we'll see what happens. And those are our main characters, and they have to pass their final exam, but they get in trouble, so they might not even have time to do their final exam. And then we find out that the person behind this kind of school here is Valeria. So this show, this issue, I don't know why I'm thinking TV, but this issue, obviously is called The Runaways. So I don't think they'll be staying in the school, and maybe they'll learn that Valeria is behind all this and wants them to fail. So overall, I thought it was a pretty good start to the issue. Again, it's a little hard to get used to the art at first, but I think it's a pretty good start. I do think some characters should be fleshed out a bit more. It's a big cast, so not a lot of characters are able to shine with this issue, but we get some funny moments with Molly. We learn the personalities of the characters, but I want them to really shine as characters. And I hope as the series continues, we'll really see them mesh and have good chemistry, because we learned that in the end, for their final exam, they all have to be a team, and they actually all hate each other. And I thought that was an interesting twist, and again, the Valeria twist was pretty good too. So, overall, it was very close to being 4 stars, but I ended up giving it a 3.5, because I do think the book has a lot of potential, but it still needs some growing with the characters, and seeing how these characters will mesh and have chemistry. But yeah, overall, Runaways issue 1 was a pretty good issue, and it gave me enough to get the second issue. And it's not like the Runaways you thought it would be, but it's definitely a different series. And I'm interested to see why they will run away, and if they will learn more about the system and of God Doom. So again, 3.5 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.